Hey, this is Amal from Leathercraft 209. I want to do another tech review for another Note 4 accessory that I just got in the mail. I actually just reviewed the Note 4 battery kit, so if you're interested, go check that out. But this is a kind of an unboxing slash preview of the Galaxy Note 4 wireless charging battery cover, or the wireless charging back, however you want to call it. This is the Samsung branded version. I know there's a couple third-party aftermarket ones. So anyway, so there's this. I will post a link to this. It is available on Amazon. It is also available through Samsung, but they seem to have it out of stock a lot. On Amazon, it kind of varies a little bit. Different vendors or merchants are carrying it. Of course, they're priced differently. So if you're patient, if you can wait, then obviously you can probably pick one up a little bit cheaper than what is being offered right now. And because I am new to Samsung, I do not have their wireless charging pads, and I picked this one up also from Amazon. There is a black version of this available. It's like a small black charging pad, but the issue with that, when I read the reviews, is it was really not very favorable. And one of the things, of course, about having the Note is because it's so large, you want to make sure that you have a nice stable platform. And you know, this is I guess their discontinued model. They released this probably, I think, for the S3 or S2 or something. But by all accounts, it should work. So we'll test it out also. And this is the one I decided to pick up. It is a little bit more expensive than the smaller black one, but once again, the reviews for the black one were not as nice compared to this, and because of the size of this and the size of the Note 4. Alright, so let me quickly get to unboxing these. I'll unbox this really quick because I'm sure there's a ton of reviews on YouTube about this. So like that. This is the warranty card and the wireless charging instructions. And of course, the nice thing about this one is it comes with, I think the black one also actually comes with a 2 amp adapter and cable, so you have a spare, you know, if you need it. So you could, you know, leave this dedicated to this if you wanted. But if someone came over that didn't have a wireless charging, or you know, whatever, you can get this to work for some reason, you can always just unplug, you know, this from here, and of course just use this as a regular adapter. So it is nice to throw this in because I know this also costs money, just that by itself. Alright, so this is the Note 4 wireless charging battery cover. You can see it has their Samsung hologram, that it's the original, you know, genuine Samsung product. And it has a little protective. Oh, that's about it. Okay. So once again, a limited warranty card that they include, and the charger cover. One of the things I will be going over in this review is how the wireless charging fits, the cover fits on different cases. So this is the Verus case, which I was taking off wrong. This is the Verus Iron Shield version. This is the titanium colored one, and I do have my Spigen Tough Armor for the Note 4, and also the Rinky Fusion. I'll just take this off at the moment. The Rinky Fusion, the clear version that has the dust port covers and the headphone cover. I've reviewed most of these on my channel already, so if you're interested, go check that out. And it most definitely does add a little bit of thickness to the phone. Not too bad though. It's unfortunate I don't have another Note 4. I could kind of do a side-by-side comparison, but yeah, it does add a little bit. So first, let's test this out. So let's just test this out with the charging pad. This is the Note 4 with the charging back on. So we'll stick it on there and see what happens. Alright, so wireless charging, now charging wirelessly. Note that your S Pen may not work properly while wireless charging is in progress. Okay, so yeah, it seems to be charging. Of course, over time I'll be able to tell how quickly it charges. Most chargers that are running this kind of setup do charge slower than, let's say, a straight micro USB in, so that is something to keep in mind. I did want to kind of test it out on a couple of the cases I have, and also to see whether it actually charges through the cases, because there have been reports that some cases are not compatible. So we'll go through that and we'll see if any of the cases also have any difficulty fitting the charging back, since it does add a little bit of thickness. So let's check that out. We'll start with the Rinky Fusion. Let me power this off really quick. So the Rinky Fusion does not fit, because what ends up happening, it looks like, is the power connector, the power button, and the volume buttons all are just a little off center. So even though the case is on there, one thing is that the surface of the glass is actually above the case, and I was kind of hoping the Rinky Fusion would fit, because they did that kind of allowance for that DIY piece. I had added my leather backing on the back side, so I knew there was going to be some I guess room for that, but it looks like it is still just a little too thick. I mean, I suppose as like a bumper you could use it, but you cannot get proper access to the button. You can see that the actual silver part of the power button is not lined up in that little hole. So this is the Spigen Tough Armor. I have a really strong feeling this will not fit, just because of the polycarbonate back, or the plastic back. I'm not sure what they're calling it. It has no give to it. It's not meant to. So let's test that out really quick.
Yeah, this.
That does not fit properly either. I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, but basically this part of the case right here is pulled back. It's kind of got this curve to it, because I was able to fit the corners over the top, but this part, the phone is actually above the bumper. You can see right there. Then the next case I will test out is the Verus Iron Shield. So let's get this put on and see what happens. And yeah, the Verus Iron Shield will not work either, because it does the same. I'm not even going to try to put the frame on, because you can see it does the same kind of bump out that the Spigen did right here, and on that side too. Okay guys, so just for reference, I was able to get the Verus Iron Shield over the top of the wireless charging cover, and I mean, I did have to stretch it out. So if you watch really carefully, you'll see on the earlier, just a bit earlier, that these edges were not coming up over the edge. But if you kind of mold them over the top and then put the metal frame on, basically the metal frame ends up acting kind of as a brace and holds the case on top. And the buttons seem to work, and they seem to be lined up. And of course, that's part of the design, of course, with that is that the Verus case buttons, one of the complaints is it's mushy, because it is not a pronounced indent straight into, there's not a pronounced tab that goes directly into the power button. But I think in this case it works in its favor to do that. So there's the volume up, volume down. That seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, I guess the only issue I guess I see, let me bring this back up, is there's a little bit of I guess a bubble right here where the fingerprint. I mean, no, sorry, the flash and the heart rate monitor are. There's a kind of a, you can see that or not. So it's kind of a weird effect that has there, and it may impact the use of the scanner that's back here. However, I don't really use it. From everything I've read, it's not the most accurate. But you know, if you're into that, you may have an issue with getting that placed just because of this kind of awkward bump it does. However, that's kind of a big complaint with a lot of the cases in general. So yeah, the Verus case will fit. It is really snug, but it does fit. So just to check now, the one case that does fit, I was going to see if it did actually activate wireless charging through there, and it does. So it is wirelessly charging with the Verus Ion Shield on. I was wondering if the aluminum frame was going to create any problems, but apparently it doesn't seem to anyway. I guess we will find out. If I notice anything over kind of the daily use, I will post that in the comments or in the description. But for the moment, the only case between the Spigen Tough Armor and the Rinky Fusion and the Verus Ion Shield, with enough kind of finagling, you can get this to fit onto the back. But once again, I think a part of the reason is, of course, because this is a soft rubber TPU, and basically it allows it to mold to the back a little bit. Just create that little bump out, and you know, it was a little bit of a challenge to get that frame on. So getting this on and off, if you're someone who switches cases, may not be the best. I mean, my guess is at some point you may end up bending your frame or something like that. But yeah, it is definitely on there, nice and good. There it goes. Alright, so that does work. Yeah, you know, it's probably not ideal. There's probably cases that are better suited to that. So once again, just to show you really quick, when you first put it on, it looks like this rim right here and this rim right here are not over, but the bumper side, you know, the corners are. And what I did was I just kind of pulled that over the top and pulled these over the top, kind of right there. It does kind of do weird things to the power button, it looks like, at least in this scenario. So once that was on, I did put the metal frame on, just to make sure it holds in place. And getting the metal frame on is going to be a little bit more difficult compared to how it normally is, because it is such a tight yeah, that's on there. Apologize for all the fingerprints, but yeah, you can see the bumper is right there, and it does go over the top of the screen. You know, it sits above the screen. The power button seems to work, and the volume buttons are working pretty much how the Verus case works without the wireless charging back. So that is nice to know. In case anyone has the Verus Ion Shield, it is possible, probably not ideal, but it is possible to use that with the wireless charging. And also, it will, at least on the white version of the Note, the Samsung charging pad, it does activate charging. Hopefully you can see that. The little red light's on over there, indicating it's charging. Okay, so that's my unboxing, if you will, and kind of preview of the Samsung wireless charging cover, and just kind of testing it out with a couple of the cases. So if you're interested in a couple other accessory reviews I have coming up, stay tuned. I will be reviewing a screen protector that I just picked up, and the never-ending search for the perfect screen protector. The one I have currently on here is from the Rinky Fusion case that I picked up, and it came included in the kit. I had ordered a Spigen tempered glass case. Tempered glass screen protector, and I returned that like actually that day because it was not really ideal. But I did pick up an iSmooth version, so I will be reviewing that coming up pretty quick here. But for the moment, I just want to get this video made for anyone who's interested. And, yeah, comment, let me know if you guys know of any cases that do work on the wireless charging back. Please be sure to comment and let me know about that, and I'll put that in the link. I'll put links to those too. Alright guys, take care, have a good one.